prophecy, the Force whisper of what will come to pass. In Star Wars, prophecy shapes destinies, topples empires, and guides Jedi decisions. But here's the question: does prophecy serve as wisdom, or is it a dangerous excuse for doing nothing? From the Chosen One's foretold role in bringing balance to the Force, to Luke's supposed destiny to face Vader, prophecy has shaped the galaxy's greatest decisions. But did it also blind the Jedi and paralyze them with inaction? For centuries, prophecy was a trusted element of Jedi tradition. As Mace Windu once said during the Clone Wars, the prophecy is not always literal, but it has truth. From this perspective, prophecy can serve as the Jedi's compass. The prophecy of the Chosen One foretold that someone would bring balance to the Force by destroying the Sith. Even though the details were unclear, the belief itself gave the Jedi hope during times of growing darkness. And while the Jedi may have misinterpreted or mishandled the prophecy, it ultimately came true. Anakin Skywalker did destroy the Sith, first by becoming Darth Vader, tipping the galaxy into darkness, and later by killing Darth Sidious in Return of the Jedi, fulfilling the prophecy of sacrificing himself to save his son. Without the prophecy, the Jedi might not have recognized Anakin's importance, nor Luke's later potential. It gave them a long-term vision, one that outlasted their own survival. Even in real-world philosophy, prophecy resembles the concept of providence, the belief that some events are destined and that fate in them gives people strength to endure hardship. For the Jedi, clinging to the prophecy gave them the reason to believe that even after their fall, the Force would one day be set right. From this perspective, prophecy wasn't an excuse for inaction. It was a reminder that patience and faith sometimes achieve what brute force cannot. If you're enjoying these Star Wars debates, hit that subscribe button. Every week we explore the toughest philosophical questions in the galaxy far, far away, and some of the answers might surprise you. But prophecy is a double-edged blade, and for the Jedi, it often cut deeper than they realized. Take the prophecy of the Chosen One. Instead of freeing Anakin to grow, the Jedi shackled him with suspicion. The Council never fully trusted him, fearing the very power the prophecy suggested he would wield. By holding him back, denying him the rank of Master in Revenge of the Sith, refusing him guidance on attachment, they drove him further toward resentment and ultimately into Palpatine's hands. This is prophecy as paralysis. The Jedi believed so strongly in the Chosen One's role that they obsessed over what not to do, rather than what they should do. The problem deepened after the fall of the Jedi Order. Yoda and Obi-Wan retreated into exile, pinning their hopes entirely on Luke Skywalker as the new vessel of prophecy. In Revenge of the Sith, Yoda even says of Anakin, "Misread the prophecy may have been." Yet rather than reconsider its meaning, the Jedi doubled down, waiting for Luke to act rather than leading the charge themselves. This over-reliance meant the Jedi refused to join rebellions like those led by Saw Gerrera, or to support uprisings by clone survivors like Rex. Instead, they withdrew, believing that Luke's eventual destiny was the galaxy's only hope. This is where prophecy becomes dangerous. It allows those who believe in it to excuse their inaction. As Obi-Wan says to Luke in A New Hope, you must do what you feel is right. Yet Obi-Wan himself stayed in hiding, believing prophecy demanded it. How many lives were lost in the decades the Jedi waited instead of fighting? So where does that leave us? Prophecy in Star Wars often becomes a self-fulfilling cycle. Anakin was told he would bring balance to the Force, and in striving to prevent his fall, the Jedi ensured it. Luke was told he was the only one who could face Vader, and because of that belief, he was put in a position to fulfill it. But that raises the question, did the Force truly foretell these events, or did belief in the prophecy bend people's actions toward making it true? Prophecy is neither pure guidance nor pure danger. It's a tool, and like the Force itself, it can be misused. For some, it inspires faith. For others, it paralyzes. The line between wisdom and fatalism is razor thin. For me, prophecy in Star Wars is far more dangerous than it is helpful, because it gives those who believe in it an excuse not to act. The prophecy of the Chosen One did not guide the Jedi, it crippled them. Fearful of Anakin's potential, they suppressed him rather than guiding him. When he fell, they clung to the same prophecy, this time through Luke, using it as a justification for retreating into exile rather than standing with the galaxy in its darkest hour. Yes, Anakin eventually fulfilled the prophecy, but how many lives were lost in the decades of waiting? How many battles could have been fought if Yoda and Obi-Wan had acted instead of hiding? Prophecy becomes a way of surrendering responsibility. Instead of doing what is right in the moment, believers wait for destiny to sort itself out, and in the meantime, people suffer. So while prophecy may offer hope, I believe it is far too dangerous. In the end, prophecy is not wisdom, it's an excuse for inaction. So what do you think? Is prophecy a guiding truth of the Force, or just a dangerous excuse for doing nothing? Let me know in the comments below. Next week we will be discussing if the rebels were freedom fighters or terrorists. You won't want to miss it. If you are enjoying these videos, consider becoming a channel member and let's uncover the galaxy's biggest secrets together. Thanks for watching.